the owner of 4 famous burger locations throughout Brazil, but more saliently for this audience, the King of Rio, the former 2-time UFC featherweight champion, the one, the only, Jose Aldo Jr.
The only thing better than that hamburger is Jose Aldo's fighting ability. He can strike with anybody. The leg kicks, Jose Aldo has a combination that he's done from the start of his career. Left body shot, right leg kick, and nobody ever checks it. From the knockout of Jeremy Stevens on that beautiful liver shot to finish in Moicano, Jose Aldo has a resume that is unmatched by many, which is why people consider him the greatest fighter 125's ever seen.
Yeah, a lot of people buried Jose Aldo after the back-to-back losses against Max Holloway in 2017. He came back in a big way and has reestablished himself as a bona fide featherweight contender. Well, some would argue that the former champion Petr Yan is the greatest fighter in UFC history to have actually lost 3 fights in a row. This man has either been champion or #1 contender for much of his UFC career. He's got that patented high shell. He's one of the best boxers in the UFC, and if you are looking for a boxer to cross over to the sport of boxing in this era of super fights and realize success, you can do a whole lot worse than Petr Yan. He doesn't really have much interest in that right now. He wants to get back to undisputed greatness, and he's got a good opportunity in this matchup tonight to do just that. Petr Yan set to fight Jose Aldo Jr. Tale of the tape for this bantamweight championship fight. We set it inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Jose Aldo Jr. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the former UFC Bantamweight Champion, Petr
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, so with that touch of the gloves, we are underway with this stand-up only fight. A couple of rules in play here, we remind you. No grappling of any type. Also, fighters cannot do any follow-up strikes on the floor. Let's see how it plays out. All right, nice jab there from Petr Yan early in the fight. He has been criticized at times, though, for playing with his food a little bit early on in these matchups.
Well, he's a bit of a slow starter, John. So usually the jab comes out first from Petr Yan because he's trying to build reads. So he tries to pull something out of you that will allow him to start to build his game plan as the fight goes on. But man, that dude has a fantastic jab. Great punch.
All right, so 1 minute into the fight, certainly a lot of respect on both sides, but a lot more respect than action, at least thus far.
Yeah, boo, I'm booing. I'm not even trying. I gotta catch myself. You need to go in there and fight. Come on, man, it's a video game. Somebody do something. Go forward and fight.
It's a nice jab by him there. Oh, caught him with a head kick. That at least partially landed.
Oh, my goodness. He got kicked in the head, and he still stands. Oh, that one landed. Yep.
Huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight. Ooh, head kick lands. He's hurt.
Misses.
Back and forth we go. These two guys are trading huge shots.
Massive head kick. Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show. He's stunned, drunk driving out there. We'll see if he can recover.
Wow, what a fight!
Oh, that is a furious inside leg kick. You ever taken like a 5-finger to the inside of your leg? That don't feel good. Never mind a kick like that.
Slapping your leg hurts. Imagine someone this size kicking you with his shin in the inside of your leg. You cannot take many of those kicks.
Clipped him with the right hand there. Jan's keeping those feet in perpetual motion, circling to his right now. All right, so you see some redness on that calf. Maybe he's starting to slow down a little bit.
It looks like he is. Starting to really hurt him.
Nice crack there. Massive head kick. Outstanding back and forth first round. All right, so now this damage really bears watching, right? His face compromised, and you got to think it's going to start affecting his output as well offensively.
Well, you got to look for him to start to make mistakes, trying to overcompensate for all the shots that he's taken to the face, for all the swelling. I have seen on many occasions where someone has massive swelling and they struggle. Look for this guy to start to mess up a little bit in there.
Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he needed to do to move his head, and he's paying for it. You cannot allow for an elite-level mixed martial artist to connect at that rate and think that you will not be wearing the damage. He's wearing it now. I'm interested to see what changes he makes to give himself an opportunity.
We'll see if he can finish.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Nice combination from Jan. Throw. Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. Whiffs on the...
You heard him bad.
Well, that swelling is getting out of control. To that end, you see the referee has paused the action, likely to call on the doctor. We'll see if this fight can continue, champ.
Well, it's so noticeable. You got to check on it. You got to make sure that this fighter is able to continue. Nope. Not able to let him.
That's the right call. That eye was essentially closed. You can't compete with one eye unless you're Michael Bisping, and that's the end of the fight.
And not everybody's Michael Bisping. Not everybody's that tough. Not everybody's that durable. But this guy could not see. He had one eye, and it was only going to get worse for him.
We go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Pepper No Mercy Jan.
Well, when you can hold a title at 135 pounds in modern-day mixed martial arts and in the UFC, you're one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. We still have a UFC champion here at 135 pounds.
At 135 pounds, he is the standard. And he showed tonight that if you're the challenger, you better come with a lunch pail, because it's going to be a long night and a lot of hard work if you want to become the champ. Congratulations for retaining your title.
You brown bag lunch guy, you lunch pail guy.
I'm a lunch pail guy, man, and a hard hat. I'm a lunch pail and a hard hat.
That's right. King of the grind with his hard hat, his yellow hard hat.